Hello again, it's Cynthia from Country Concessions, and I'm here to show you all our goodies for Stuff My Stocking 2025 Day 5. Hard to believe that we're almost we are halfway through our series of 10 wonderful days leading up to Christmas. So I've got some different stuff to show you today. Two things that I hadn't seen before and one that I am very, very familiar with. So our main item today is the Stripology ruler from Gudrun Erler of GE Designs. This is a Creative Grids ruler. It's rather a massive ruler, so I'm stepping back to be able to show it to you. So this Stripology XL ruler is a combination of the original Stripology ruler and the Stripology square. So this gives you an enormous number of different things that you can do with it. I have had my original Stripology ruler for 10 years, more than 10 years, and it's still going strong. And I'm going to, because it's out of the packaging, I'm going to show you some of the features on my ruler because it's maybe a little bit easier to see. We still have the reflection in there. So this ruler is filled with slots. You can see these split apart. So every half inch across the width of this ruler is a slot. And that allows you to put your rotating your rotary cutter in the slot and cut accurately the full length of the slot there. So these are at half-inch increments all the way across the ruler, and the Stripology XL is exactly the same in that respect. You can see down at the very bottom of each slot is a teardrop shape opening. And this is wonderful to allow you to put your blade in that teardrop shape. So you're not trying to put the blade through this part that is so close together. You're putting it in where the teardrop shape is. It lets you pop the blade in and slide it up the length of the groove. And that groove guides your rotary blade as you make your cut across the width of your fabric. This length here is not quite equal to a full width of bolt. You do have to fold down the top, but you can take your prepared piece of fabric, lay it under the ruler, and then cut in successive slots across the ruler the width apart that you need. So say you were trying to cut a whole range of 2.5-inch strips. You're going to line your fabric up, leaving that teardrop shape partially open so you can pop your ruler into the slot. And then you will see at the bottom here, there is some markings on here. There are squares. This is at the 20 mark, but the other end, I'll go to the other end. There we're at the beginning. So you can see that there is a square there. There is a square there. There is a square there. So every 2.5 inches, there's a little square. So you know you're going to pop your blade in at the 0 mark where the next square is. That's the 2.5-inch mark at the 5. And you're just looking for those squares as you go across to pop your ruler into the, or you're not your ruler, your blade into the slot and cut across the width of the fabric. There's also stars on here, which you can see. It's a little bit hard because my shirt is in the background there, but you can see all those stars. Those are at 1.5-inch mark. So if you're wanting to cut 1.5-inch strips, you're looking for the stars and popping your blade in and cutting across the width. So this allows you to cut a series of strips extraordinarily quickly and accurately using the Stripology ruler. So I first got this shortly before my son was married, and I was making a wedding quilt that was one of those lots and lots of very small pieces and lots of pieces to put together, but the cutting was kind of daunting me, and my son and his fiance went out briefly, and I managed to cut that whole queen-size quilt in 40 minutes because I had my Stripology ruler. When you cut the strips this direction, if you want to subcut into smaller either diamonds or rectangles, you just turn this at the 45-degree angle, and then you can cut across the other way and subcut those smaller units. So this was a total game changer for me. It increased my speed and my accuracy so much in cutting out the pieces for my quilts. It was wonderful, and I use it just about every time I'm doing cutting now. So I can Highly recommend this. There are many different sorts of cuts you can do using the Strapology squared portion of the ruler and the regular Strapology portion of the ruler. And I decided Gudrun Erla has a wonderful video where she goes over that information, and she explains it so much better than I would that you'll see below this video a link to the Gudrun Erla video that will show you how to cut diamonds, rectangles, squares, how to square up units, and do all sorts of subcutting and cut half square triangles. So there's lots of different uses for this ruler. It is awesome. It is a big ruler, and rulers are not cheap. So this is an investment piece. It is $142.99, but it is less your 20%. And like I say, I've had mine for 10 years and it's still going strong. Take care of it, store it properly, and it'll last you a lifetime. It's a wonderful ruler. The other two little things that I have to show you are these are from a subsidiary of Gudrun Erla. She calls these G-Easy. So one is, there's two little package. One is called ruler stickers, and I'll show you these in a second. The other one is organizing stickers. So these are for using with your tools to make your life easier. So the G-Easy ruler stickers, inside the package there are 3 sheets of stickers. You get 196 arrow stickers in this package. So if we take one off the first sheet, they're reusable, they're repositionable. You can peel them off and put them on elsewhere. I'm just trying to get my nail under the first one here. So what you can see, I pulled off an arrow shape. So I've got there a lovely little pink arrow. So if you want to mark a specific position on any ruler, it doesn't have to just be the Strapology, but say I wanted to cut at the 3-inch mark, I can put that on the ruler, either this side or here if I want to square something up and I want to mark both positions. On any ruler, you can just pop an arrow on there in all sorts of different colors, and it's going to show you exactly where you're wanting to go to make that cut, so that you're not wasting time counting across on your ruler to find out exactly where you want to position your rotary cutter and make that first cut. So that is what is inside the G-Easy ruler stickers. Wonderfully useful and versatile. You can use them on anything, rulers, other things. The organizing stickers, this is a newer product, and inside that package you also have 3 sheets of stickers in this nice array of colors. And these are for helping you organize your pieces. You can stick them on whatever you want. So you've got letters and numbers on there. You have a lot of blank ones that you can write on, and these ones have little lines on them as well. But all of these are useful if you want to write your own information on these stickers. What I have used them for this time, and you can put them on lots of different things, is labeling my Wonder Clips. So, you know, if you make a bundle of pieces and you want to mark what this is for, you can put an A1, whatever you want on your Wonder Clips, and then those are ready for keeping all your bits and pieces beautifully organized. So that, I should tell you the price of these guys. So our stickers, both of the packages are $19.99, and you've just got tons and tons of stickers in there. So these are going to go a long way towards keeping your cutting straight and neat and organized, and keeping your other things very organized. So $19.99 less your 20%. And that is our goodies for day number 5. I hope you're enjoying Stuff My Stocking, and I will see you again tomorrow for the next batch of goodies. Talk to you soon.